Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 19 of Delicious in Dungeon. I did go look this morning, and there are 24 episodes. I don't know if I've said this before. I feel like I might have looked, but I was never 100% sure. I think some people in the comments did say it as well. 24 episodes, so this will be running for at least another month. It comes out weekly on Netflix, so we're going to go to like the middle of June. It is May 9th today, the morning of episode 19 dropping. It comes out at 9:30. Last we saw, we got shapeshifters, or shapeshifter, not plural. And it was one shapeshifter that was creating lots of doppelgangers. There were 4 for each of us. We figured out the Laioses very quickly. And then Laios himself figured out, and was right by doing so, but figured out who everybody else was and wasn't. And I like that game. We played a really cool game. I feel like it was pretty easy to figure out who was who. Early on, I had different reasons, like Laios at the end explained what his reasoning was, but I had different reasons why. I liked his reasons too. His reasons made sense, but I felt like the one Senshi that we were confused with was 100% obvious that it wasn't our Senshi. There was a Marcel that looked like she was sulking too much, and a Chilchuk that looked like he was way too cheruby, like too like popping eyes, like looking too happy, and our Chilchuk is too sulky. So it's almost like the Marcel and the Chilchuk that we have switched places, and we had different variations of them. But Laios figured it out with the whole thing with Chilchuk sitting on the chest because it's a mimic. Marcel was willing to eat something that she wouldn't normally eat for the sake of Fallon, those kind of things. Like we figured it out and we were right. But then at the end, we all sat down, we ate a meal, and you can see right here, Asby, I think it's Asby, whatever you pronounce it as, that's her. I'm almost 100% sure. I've said things like this before and it ends up being a different character, but she went missing and it looks just like her. And we're going to jump in and figure out what the hell is going on, because she dipped. When Shuro and all the other people left, she like disappeared. We didn't really have an explanation as to why. I feel like she intentionally dipped so that she could go search the dungeon or something. There was no reason in my mind that she would have just disappeared unless Fallon took her as the Chimera, but I feel like we would have known that. So either way, let's just find out. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see things like this in full unedited. Same thing with Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. We just finished Shogun Chucky Season 3, and X-Men 97 ends this coming week as the final episode of that. We also started Winona Earp, The Shield, Jackie Chan movies every month. You want your own reaction to a TV show or movie, you could do so. Check the Patreon link in the description. You could ask me to do these things, and I will do it. Full unedited everything. If not, episode 19, Delicious in Dungeon.
You move even one bit and I'll kill you.
She's got sharp claws.
Hey, Laios. She was one of Shuro's
All right,
followers.
Shuro's follower.
Get the spell off me. Can't you tell just by looking?
You look like a
I thought you knew
vampire
black
or
magic.
something. She's got fangs.
Actually, not one type
and
of
claws.
spell, but 2.
Oh. She's a cat.
Is my whole body.
I saw one of these a long time ago.
Beast man.
She's what's called an artificially made beast man.
This text.
It's awesome.
Looks
That's
like
why
it's
she
written
ran
in
away.
the Eastern language. It's a curse that activates if the caster doesn't touch it within a set time.
That's pretty cool.
So what's the one
I
who
like it.
cast- I'll let you go if you dispel it.
I saw the fangs and the claws, but I
familiar
thought
with
she
the
was like
letters, but I think I
a
can remove
vampire.
this.
How about you let me fix you up a nice warm
Hey,
meal?
didn't I say don't move?
All I'm gonna do is whip up something warm for your belly. That's all. Are those little feet it sprouted? Probably my imagination.
I like he goes, did it grow feet? Crack, and just chops it in half.
It's ready.
Risotto with mushrooms from the graveyard and cheese. Probably pretty damn good. Risotto with mushrooms and a cheesy mac.
She has no table manners.
No table manners. She's a kitten. Is it something up with the mushrooms? Look at the little... Is he gonna get up and walk away? Tell me it walks away.
What did you do that for?
No
I
mushrooms.
hate mushrooms.
She's picky. This has never happened before.
Take that spoon, hold it properly, and pick up every piece of food you dropped on the floor.
Said she's like, you do not waste... Oh my god. What the frick?
She's behind you!
It's the hag. This is terrifying.
Let's call the Sujihiki knife.
We got the pot that is super defensive.
As you can see, the tool's ability isn't used to its fullest, which can put you at a disadvantage. Sensei! Now, Laios!
Fire. Well, that's the hag part.
You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
Cat girl.
I probably startled you, and I'm sorry about that.
Also, keep in mind you can't move while having something dispelled. If it were something worse, who knows what could have happened?
So then you should be able to break my curse too, right? Remove this beast soul that possessed me so I can finally be free!
Usually, a soul is inside the body, or shell, but once the body breaks, the insides spill out and can't be put back together. There are 2 souls inside a single shell.
Damn.
Once 2 souls are mixed together...
Also, if we go back to the surface now, we'd get arrested for using black magic.
Also,
Shiro
we can't
probably
leave.
will have reported this to the island lord.
My real name's Izutsumi.
Izutsumi.
And don't forget it.
Oh my god, I was just getting used to Asabi.
Father.
You need to start living a proper life.
Something's getting in his head, making him unsure of everything.
Considered me to be a good friend.
He might be sleeping?
I was getting kinda worried about Marcille.
Marcille's out.
Before long, her peaceful sleeping breaths turned into unsettling groans.
So maybe Laios is in Marcille's
You're gonna go into her dream?
Someone has to make her realize that she can wake up from it. And
Oh, so now Laios is probably in trouble too. We're counting
remember now.
goats.
I was
Goat
trying to
men
save
jumping over a
Marcille.
fence.
But this...
Counting sheep.
my dream!
Who are you?
It's me, Laios. The 2 of us are currently inside your dream.
Yeah, usually when you're a child, it's because you are scared shitless.
Papa and Pippi.
What is it? What the frig?
It has slow, crawly-like movements,
Yes,
several
look at it.
tentacles, and a hearty appetite. Worms are a part of the dragon family. Their atrophied eyes and legs make them caterpillar-like. That's such a cool thing.
Is it behind
Good
us?
job, me.
What is she freaking out? It's behind us. It's behind us.
What is this?
You have to have control
This place
and
became even
strength,
more unstable.
not run around
Did I
scared.
say something bad? You can't just run away all the time. You need to
Is he
stand your
aging
ground
or
and fight.
melting?
I'm aging at an
Yeah.
incredibly fast rate.
Exactly.
Is there a living creature that can do this? Maybe it's not a living thing at all.
Everybody gives up on running with me, then that thing swallows them.
If I could maybe ask, did your father die at a young age?
We were at Papa's funeral. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to a whole bunch of people.
Because you could outrun
You
them.
keep mentioning Pippi. Who is that?
Sister?
She's actually worried her loved ones will die before she does.
There's gotta
I
be
didn't
something
see
with the
anything
books.
like this while in my dream.
If only I had that book he was carrying with him, I'd finally be able to complete my magic.
Don't give up, Marcille!
Don't go! You can't! Please, no!
There's the book. Oh my god, the book came out. Golden. It's the only thing that isn't black and white. Colored everything beautifully.
Wait a minute, is that even how you're supposed to use that?
Yeah, but it worked.
Oh, you're finally awake.
I think I dreamt about being tired or something.
Just going back to sleep!
No, please, you have to stay awake. Pass your pillow to me.
What's that?
This thing is a nightmare.
First, make it
Oh,
spit
she's
out
just
any dirt.
not happy about having to eat it. They look like clams.
Like
I love
soaking them in
clams.
some hot water. like
Nightmare
this.
clams? This is how you do clams. No, they look like
To
clams.
finish the dish,
I love
add
clams.
a touch of soy sauce, and it's ready. What's this?
We all get to see it.
That's me when I was little.
The dream that the nightmares ate turned into a mirage.
The dog and I
Look at
went
that
on
dog.
an adventure
And
to
the-
search
and
for
the
treasure
Fallon doll.
together.
That's a pretty dirty looking dog.
It doesn't look all that smart.
It looks clean as shit.
What's wrong?
It was a silver wolf and not a dog. If I was able to help make her dream fun, then I'm glad.
Are we gonna end like that? All right, everybody, that is it for episode 19, Hag/Nightmare. So, great episode. It ended very abruptly, but I dig it. It reminded me of Stranger Things, Nightmare on Elm Street, that kind of stuff, where we go into other dimensions, dream-type states of mind. And very similar to Stranger Things and Nightmare on Elm Street, you can't let the nightmare get to you. You have to overpower the nightmare. You have to use your nightmare against whatever it is that's attacking you. Now, obviously, this isn't real life, but in Stranger Things, with the whole Max thing, that's what was coming to mind with Max in that show, where they had to play the music to give her the opening to realize that everything that was going on wasn't real, even though it was. But it's like the way to break you out of it and let you gain control of what's around you. Same thing with Nightmare on Elm Street. If you let Freddy Krueger get the best of you, then you're dead. And most of the time you're dead anyway, because in Nightmare on Elm Street, very few people did escape, let alone even have the ability or the chance to defeat Freddy Krueger never loses up until the last movie, which there was 10 of them at least probably. He's still alive and well, and no matter what we do, he never dies. But you still do get the edge enough to escape, and Nancy and people like that have lived through these nightmares. I was saying, me myself, I used to have really crazy nightmares all the time when I was younger, to the point where like I would stay up so late because like I didn't want to go to sleep because I knew every time I'd go to sleep I'd have these like crazy vivid nightmares. And what I ended up doing, which is similar to the shows, like I said, was I would put the TV real loud or I'd put music real loud. And while I was dreaming, I could hear the music playing in the dream and I'd know it was a dream. And I would literally gain control of the dream. Like in my dream, I'd be like, this is a dream, Jay. You could hear the music, or you could hear like the TV, like I'd put on Ghostbusters and I could hear the words being spoken from the movie. As crazy as this all sounds, it would work. And it was enough for me to understand I was in the dream, and I let the nightmares stop bothering me because I realized it wasn't real. And then like when I became an adult and like years and years later, I just stopped dreaming. Now I have dreams occasionally, but I usually have the TV on or something to this day, even at my age of 42, because I just become more comfortable throughout time of having the TV or music or something playing in the background. It helps me sleep and stuff. I've my entire life been able to control the dreams, so to speak. That is kind of what happened here. Laios had to go in. He's saying we figured this out before, and he helps her conquer her fears, her nightmares. And it's this giant, weird-looking creature. But then when he comes back out of it, it's like these shells, and he's like, they're called shin, which are dragons, and they're basically clams or mussels that we're frying up in a pot. And when we take the lid off, we get to see the imagery of everything we just saw with the dog. What was the whole thing with Laios saying that he saw a wolf? I mean, there's got to be something to do with something here. But in the beginning of the episode, we see Asabi, who is a cat lady, aka a beast man is what they called it, and she has been tainted with black magic, not from us or Fallon. I thought it had something to do with that whole battle. This is something she's been dealing with for a while, and one of the reasons she stayed and looked for us, because she wants Marcel to help her get rid of this curse. But it's pretty cool. She's like a giant cat person, and she moved when we were trying to dispel the thing, and this giant hag came out, and we had to battle the hag in the beginning, had the pointy knife. Seemed like we defeated the hag pretty easily, but the hag itself was horrifying. The hag was probably more horrifying than the dream itself, until we saw the beast that was chasing us down. Laios was getting aged rapidly. I didn't know what was going to happen, but we figured it all out, and we handled it well. We saw this fluffy dog, and then it just abruptly ended. I dig the Fallon doll, too. She had a little Fallon doll because she's feeling guilty about the whole thing in her dream. I don't know if the dog represented something or if Laios' wolf did, but I guess we'll find out. But I'm going to go edit this. You guys let me know what you think. We have 5 episodes left after this, so we still got at least a month. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see all of these in full unedited. Same thing with Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. Just finished Shogun, Chucky Season 3, and X-Men 97 ends this week. You want your own requested show or movie? In the description is the link for Patreon. You could do so. I will watch it. If you get to the tier level, you could ask for such things. Jackie Chan movies every month. Thousands of movies and shows full unedited. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!